Let's go to Springfield now, where people yesterday took to the streets to make sure that their voices were heard as part of a Defend Democracy standout. Organizers say the event was themed 1775 to 2025. The revolution continues to commemorate the first battles of the American Revolution and draw attention to today's threats to democracy. Western Mass News heard from Jackie Nienman of Rise Up Western Mass Indivisible to learn more about the reason for the rally.
We're holding today's event at the 250th anniversary of when our country first said no kings, and that started right here in our state. And we are absolutely going to say it again, assert it again. No kings then, no kings now, and that's why we're out here today.
Well, the event was co-hosted by Rise Up Western Mass Indivisible and Defending Democracy in Hampden County. It was one of the many peaceful protests across the country yesterday calling for accountability, fair governance, and the protection of constitutional rights. Organizers say they are proud of the growing turnout, and they have events planned for upcoming weekends in Wilbraham.
We're building community, we're building mutual aid networks. We're all here, we're looking out for each other, and democracy dies in silence.